Hey guys, it's Matt here from the Bowl Call. And today we are going to be taking a good long look at one of the greatest financial apps that you can download on your phone. So first we're going to take a look at M1 Finance on the web version. So if we go over here, we could take a look at the web version. So here, when you first create your account, you actually can see all this type of information. You could see your account value, how much you've gained. I don't think that's right. I don't know why it shows a 17% gain, but that's okay. But it at least shows you how much you have gained. And the only reason that that's not the same as this is because of buying and selling of all your shares, and and there's also an extra $1.24 over here. So if you add that, it should be pretty close to the gain that's shown over there. So what's really cool about M1 Finance is you can split up your money into percentages, and then from that percentage, so you can see this is EV, and this is 20% of my whole $400 that I put in the account. And then from there, 40% of the 20% is going to Tesla, so that's only $30 out of the 400, and then CCIV is 25% of the 20% that's given to EV, 20% of the 20%, and 15% of the 20%. So that's actually very cool about how it splits up the money. It's 20%, so that's roughly $85 of the 400 for 20% of 400. It goes into EV, and then you obviously can select all this type of stuff. So I'll go into the mobile version really quickly in a few seconds here. But I just want to go through the desktop version really quickly, so you can see all the different pies that I created. So there's one for EV, one for 2020 losers, which is just a whole bunch of 2020 losers, companies that lost a lot in 2020. There's some tech, gaming, banks, which is just a lot of like PayPal and Square, ETFs. They're really nice ETFs, and food, obviously. So, and if you want, you can go into the link below and you can actually use my pie, and I recommend obviously looking through all the companies that I've put in my pie and just think about, the long term. This is definitely like a longer term. Put 1,000-ish in. That's what my plan is. Get this about to 1,000, then I'll be happy around then. Just keep buying it on dips. Like obviously, I bought it around on a dip, put some more money on a dip, and now we're up about $20, $25, which is nice. So if we go over to research, you actually can research stocks, and it'll tell you all the information, all the news stories, maybe added jobs and historical progress and all this kind of stuff. And then if you actually go over to stocks, you could take a look at each individual stock. So you look at Apple, it'll give you a nice little breakdown. You can visit the website if you really wanted to. So that's pretty cool. You can put it on a watch list. You can add it to your portfolio. So we'll actually go through and make a little pie on the mobile version really quickly in a few seconds here. So yeah, and then you can also go through funds, all the ETFs and mutual funds that you can ever desire. My pies, it'll show you what you have used and what you have not used. So I have like a little space one I have not used. So it's pretty cool. You can take a look at what you have not used. And then here's my first pie. When you first create an account, you can just literally put like all into just one, because you might not want to really use this pie because you're probably not going to spend too much time on it. Like I don't think you want to keep it like this as your first pie. I think you would rather have different like food and then gaming, and then split it up however you like it. And then once I can switch over my Roth IRA, I'm going to put my Roth IRA in M1 Finance so I can keep my target of 60%, 20%, 10, and 10. I really like S&P 500 for long-term growth. VIXs because you need some type of total international stock. I love, I obviously I have a Samsung phone, so I want to invest in Samsung. I want to invest in Nintendo. I want to invest in these other companies that you can't get in the U.S. QQQ just for the extra experience in extra exposure, not experience, extra exposure in tech and just the total stock market, because you really need everything. You really need a whole bit of everything that is offered in this market. And then you also can go to Expert Pies, which has general investing, which you can be very aggressive or very conservative, which has a, higher, I guess, bonds and, let's see. It breaks it all down for you. It'll show you, oh, yeah, see more bonds. And then if you want to go just more conservative and just go through Expert Pies and plan for retirement, responsible investing, get some dividends, get some hedge funds, just stocks and bonds, you can totally it'll show you this is 90% stocks, 10% bonds, 80-20, 70-30, and it goes all the way from there. At first I was using these ultra aggressive and aggressive, but I just decided, you know what, I might as well just make my own Roth IRA, and I also made the ETFs more aggressive, which is just, ARK and all these other aggressive ETFs. So yeah, we're going to pull up the mobile version really quickly. Alright guys, we're now in the app. Also, one thing before I move on is I just wanted to say that you only can invest at 9:30 a.m. Around 10 o'clock, they'll put your buys in, and then your account will be funded. Unless you have M1 Plus, which is free for a full year right now. And then after that, it's $125 per year. And M1 Finance, you can look at it. It gives you a whole bunch of different access to borrowing and stuff and margin. But what we're going to look at is creating a pie on the mobile version right here, as you can see. So if we go over to research, and it's in the top right, and you have to go to My Pies, and it's up in the top right again. It's just a little plus sign. If we go, it's right here. So if we go through, and you can add all the different companies you want. What I like to do is I like to add it right here. And if you go to the funds, you can add whatever you want. I'm just going to click through the top 3 and top 4, and then it'll automatically give you whatever the same percentages all the way through. So that's very cool and very interesting. And then you could save it, and it'll ask you what you want to name it, and you could just say, oh, I want to name it, whatever, just cool stocks, and give it some kind of emojis. I think that the emojis just look nice and cool. I don't really give a description. There you go. It'll show up as an unused in any portfolio, and you can, view and edit it. It'll show you what your expense ratio is. It'll show what your dividend yield is. So that's pretty cool. And then if you wanted to go fund it, it'll show up over here. If you come to the investment down the bottom left, you can actually manage your pie and edit your pie. And you can add, if you go all the way over, it shows My Pies, and you can add, if I wanted to add space to mine, because I actually kind of do want to add space to mine, I could add it. It'll show you what your total percentage is, so I would have to drop a percent, at least 1% if I just wanted to 1%. Like, let's say I don't want too much exposure in EV anymore, so I could just drop that 1%. I could put it in space. I'm not going to do that right here, right now, but you could totally mess around with all these percentages and stuff. Link in I think I said it before, but there is my pie down below. If you wanted to invest in my pie, definitely do your own research on it. And also below there's, I think, a sign up bonus. If you use my link, you can, I think, get $30 when you sign up. So yep, definitely check that out. And yeah, I think that's it for the one of the greatest financial apps you can download on your phone. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.